Hello, my name is Kayla Mickey, and this is my project for Network Architecture and Data Communications 2. I will be speaking about POP3 and IMAP for this presentation. These are some of my learning objectives for this project. We will talk about what are POP3 and IMAP, what is the purpose of them, what is IMAP individually, what is POP3 individually, which is better, what are the differences, my summary, along with my questions and my references. So what are POP3 and IMAP? They are both email protocols. They can be used in email clients. They are both similar but also different, but they also have the same objective. So what is the purpose? The purpose is basically to get the emails from the email server for the user. Both protocols must be configured with the email clients or devices, such as smartphones or tablets, to receive emails. First, I will talk about IMAP, which is also called Internet Message Access Protocol. Internet Message Access Protocol, also known as IMAP for short. It is where you can access your email from anywhere, permitting manipulation of remote mailboxes as if they were local. So for example, if you have email on your phone and you send an email to your friend, you are using the IMAP settings to be able to access your email from anywhere. The history behind IMAP is Mark Crispin invented IMAP at Stanford in the 1980s. He worked on specifications and reference implementation for 20 years, and the current TFC is RFC 3501, which came out in 2003. How does IMAP work? IMAP protocol runs on TCP/IP transfer protocol, where emails are stored on the email server itself, and then sync those emails with multiple devices. An email server receives an email for a unique account. IMAP will save that email on the server and will send a copy of that email to all devices that user relates to. Even if you delete that email from one device, the email will remain on the server for a specific period. So as explained in the writing, the picture in the background, we have our email server. And then as you can see, it jumps from device to device for IMAP. So you could use your smartphone, you could use a tablet, your desktop PC, a laptop, a tablet, whichever you want to use. And no matter which one you use, you'll have your emails there. It's kind of like a backup of a backup. Some examples of who uses IMAP would be Microsoft Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo, iCloud Mail, and AOL Mail. Another example is for the company that I work for, they also include IMAP for our customers. We don't use the POP3 as much anymore. We recommend that everybody uses the IMAP just because it seems to be a better protocol for email for other users. So that's why we guide them towards IMAP. How to add email to Outlook 2016 using IMAP. IMAP support connections over the ports of 143 unencrypted and 993 encrypted, TLS and SSL. Outlook 2016. You would click File, then click Info, Add Account, and then enter an email address to your account. Click on Advanced Options. Check the box, Let me set up my account manually. Click on Connect. Choose IMAP and the following settings. Incoming mail server, you would enter the imap.mail.com with port 993 and check this server requires an encrypted connection, which is SSL or TLS. For your outgoing mail server, you would enter smtp.mail.com with port of 587 and the encryption method start TLS, which is recommended. Click on Connect, enter your email address and your password, and then click on OK. Off to the right here, I have a picture of where to go, pretty much, and all the information typed in there of what it should look like. Next email client is Yahoo Mail. In order to add your email to this client, this is the steps that you would take. So to access Yahoo Mail, open your email client and enter the following settings. Incoming mail server, IMAP, would be imap.mail.yahoo.com. Your outgoing mail server would be smtp.mail.yahoo.com. IMAP username and password would be your full Yahoo email address and password. Click on More Settings. IMAP port is 993. IMAP SSL is yes. SMTP port is 465. SMTP SSL is yes, and then you would click OK. What are the benefits to IMAP? You can easily transfer all of your old email archives to your new email program. It takes minutes to transfer and will download all your emails from the server. All your emails will have a saved copy on the mail server. If your computer breaks or gets stolen, you don't have to worry about losing your data. Save a copy of your emails. IMAP can retrieve emails from the email server multiple times as a copy, but will always exist on the server until you decide to delete it. It is more flexible and allows you to use multiple devices, unlike POP3. Next we have POP3, or also known as Post Office Protocol version 3. Post Office Protocol version 3, also known as POP3, is a one-way incoming mail protocol. Downloads a copy of messages from an email server to a local machine. Once the protocol is completed, it deletes the original from the server's inbox. And the history with POP3 is the Post Office Protocol has been updated 2 times since it was published. The first version was published in 1984, and the second version was published in 1985. How does POP3 work? Post Office Protocol version 3, also known as POP3, primarily helps users to download emails to their computer by deleting it from the server. Emails are stored on a device, not on the server. POP3 downloads mail from the mail server to the device, but it does not keep a copy on the server. So just as the photo behind this explanation, you have the POP3 server, and you have your client, which is your computer there. So pretty much you will get the email, but the server does not keep a copy. So if you delete the email from your computer, like the email on your computer, it will be deleted for good. There's no backup. Who uses POP3? Microsoft Outlook, Mozilla Thunderbird, Mailbird, and Apple Mail. How do you add your email to Outlook 2016 using POP3? POP3 support connections over the ports of 110 unencrypted and 995 encrypted with TLS or SSL. On Outlook 2016, you would click File, Info, and Add Account. From there, you enter an email address to add to your account. Click on Advanced Options and check the box, Let me set up my account manually. Click on Connect, choose POP, and add the following settings. Incoming mail server would be pop.mail.com with port 995, and check this server requires an encrypted connection, which would be SSL or TLS. Outgoing mail server, you would enter smtp.mail.com with port 587, and the encryption method start TLS is recommended. Click on Connect and then enter your email address and your password and then click OK. Just like before, but we are going to have steps on how to add POP3 to your Apple Mail. In the menu bar, click on Mail and then Preferences. Select the Accounts tab, click on the plus button and enter your name, email address, and password. Hold the Alt or ALT key, then click on Continue. Choose the server type POP and enter pop.mail.com. That would be for incoming mail server, and then click Continue. Enter smtp.mail.com as outgoing mail server. Check use only this server and click Continue. Check all the info entered. If you want to keep copies of your emails on the server, remove the Check Next Go, Take Account Online, and click Create. If you would like to keep copies in the mail.com mailbox, select your mailbox and click on the Advanced tab. Uncheck the box next to Remove a Copy from server after retrieving a message. Close the window, click on Save. Click the button with the envelope icon on the upper left. Apple Mail retrieves the email from your mail.com mailbox. What are the benefits? POP3 uses bandwidth more efficiently than IMAP does. This is especially good if you have slow internet connections. There is no limitation on the size of your inbox with POP3. What is the difference? With IMAP, you can be logged in with multiple computers and devices. Your mail archive is synced and stored on the server for all connected devices to access. Sent and received mail is stored on the server until you permanently delete it. And for POP3, older email protocol, it's a one-way email synchronization, can only download from server to client. It only allows you to use one device at a time. If you create folders on one device, you will have to set them up on other devices. It does not sync. And you must keep refreshing to see if new emails were received. So which one is better? IMAP is preferred over POP3. You want to access your email from multiple devices. You have a reliable and constant internet connection. You want to receive a quick overview of new emails or emails on the server. Your local storage space is limited. You are worried about backing your emails up. For POP3, you only access your email from a single device and never plan to access it from another. You need constant access to all your email. You don't have a consistent connection to the internet, and you have limited server storage. Next up, I have 2 bonus content in addition to POP3 and IMAP. TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, also known as TCP as for short. It's a combination of many systems. It is designed to transmit information from one point to another. Everything that sends information over the internet uses TCP. How does it work? TCP breaks data into smaller packets. It passes through 4 layers, transmits them through specific ports, passes back through 4 layers in reverse, and reassembles them for delivery. Next is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, also known as SMTP for short, is transmitting mail electronically over the network. SMTP allows computers and servers to exchange data regardless of their underlying hardware or software. Only a mail delivery protocol. In summary, IMAP is the better version of email protocol. It syncs all messages across all devices. POP3 can only receive emails on a single device. TCP transmits information from one point to another. And SMTP electronically transmits mail over a network. These are my questions for this project. Question 1, what is the port for POP3? Question 2, what is the port for IMAP? Question 3, what year was the 3rd version of POP3 created? Question 4, what is one advantage of IMAP? And question 5, what is one advantage of POP3? Next are my answers for the previous questions. The answer for question 1 is 110 unencrypted and 995 encrypted with TLS and SSL. Question 2 is 143 unencrypted and 993 encrypted with TLS and SSL. Question 3 is 3rd version was published in 1988. Question 4, advantage for IMAP is easy migration from one device to another, and IMAP is synchronization between all devices. And question 5, advantage for POP3 is being able to read emails on your local computer or device even with no internet connection. Next are my references. Here are my references for this project. that is the end of my project. I thank you for listening, and I hope I gave some insight on POP3 and IMAP so you can use it in the future.